Yo, we're in champion select.
Oh
Randy
wow,
Moss
okay.
gets first pick so he can pick his Addy because there's nothing else for him.
Alright, so welcome everyone. This is UPSL part 2, I guess. On the blue side we have E.F.C, and on purple side we have CLG Hype Train Jr. And looks like blue team bans
First
Thrasher.
man Addy! Randy Moss is done. He has like 2 champions left in his pool who he spent like 20 games combined with compared to his 200 on Addy.
So that's obviously a target ban. You know these people better than I do, so maybe I should let you talk about the bans.
Oh,
Is
no,
that
no, no. I only really know 2 or 3 people on other side.
Alright,
Threat Solution, Wife Stealing Elaine, gone already.
yeah, Lucian and Thresh, pretty contested picks in League nowadays. And Nocturne ban, that's interesting. I mean, Nocturne exerts global pressure, I guess, but I don't know why exactly they want
He's
to
also really easy to play up skill levels with Nocturne because one of the biggest things about being down skill level, right, is you're always out of position, so Nocturne can engage a fight even if he's not there.
Right,
Um, so
that's fair.
it's
And
always
a
like
Renekton ban, which
so
is,
they're getting rid of all the early game bullies.
yeah,
Um,
that's true.
Figuring that out. Zyra got through, which is a big pick for Alois. So it's there. Morgana first pick because Randy Moss doesn't want to have his only other sport to ignore. I guess that makes sense. Here, they have to decide. Penguin and Alois are both support mains at this point, and their support pools are actually incredibly different as far apart as they can be for support. So it'll be really interesting for that because then the other one might jungle. So this could be a jungle Zac,
Oh, nice.
maybe a top lane Zac. I don't know. Great
Yeah,
destruction
so
in team fighting.
I hear with the new jungle item will code that jungle Zac is like maybe gonna find his place back into the meta, because you get for 25% I think bonus health, and so that makes tank junglers a bit more favorable to play than and
The
Pro
Caitlyn.
Team also locks in the Caitlyn, yeah.
So you're gonna get that safe laning dominance. Lucian's off the table.
By the way, Penguin or Letty is subbing in for their normal jungler, so he might be jungling. I'm not sure.
Beta Ray build, did you say?
No, Penguin.
Oh, okay.
Lenny's subbing in for Purple Team's jungler.
That would make sense. Atheniac probably going to play his work in the jungle. That's one of his most played champions, along with Vi and Shyvana. Beta Ray Bill hovering over the Cassidon pick. Once he is very strong right now, but he's now switching to Ryze. Ryze is actually very difficult to play up into the Zac because Zac's ultimate with the added tenacity makes it very difficult to lock him down, so you can't really do very much against the Zac when he dives on you. But it looks like they're going to lock it in anyway. So now they have a lot of stun and suppression with Morgana's Q, Ryze's Rune Prison, and Warwick's ultimate.
That's right. Yeah, so hopefully they'll be able to get these people off their Caitlyn, and we'll be able to pick a good support to help heal.
Sona and Jarvan.
So I know that Leopold V has played Jarvan top in one of his games, so I suspect that's going to be a top lane Jarvan, because that's what he played last time.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then Zac into the jungle.
Yeah.
Orianna works really well with both Zac and Jarvan, so I would not be surprised if that's the pick here. LeBlanc being covered over now, though she's not as popular, but Sona's in. So they're going to play a safe, healing, annoying bot lane.
I mean, this is like a massive AoE comp, right?
Yeah.
Jarvan ult, Zac bounce, Sona ult, and hopefully have Caitlyn just auto attacking in the back while
So
everything goes to chaos.
what they're really gonna want is a large AOE last pick, right? So they're probably gonna go with their Oriana they were hovering over.
Right.
Also does well against the Ari. Oriana does well against everyone. I don't even know.
Yeah. Um. So right
Twitch,
now, yeah. Sorry.
their
Go ahead.
pick ability would be really, really strong with these because their CC would be all over the place. And Twitch, of course, with the stealth, can just do whatever he wants and has the slow. Um, Bush gangs would be so strong if they were, and
Yeah.
also, of course, the traps, the Jinx. So it looks like they're going to be running a pick-based team fighting team.
Yep. Yeah. Interesting team comp from E.F.C. And now we're just gonna find out who their mid laner is gonna be. You predicted the Oriana.
I think it's got to be Oriana because it just synergizes so perfectly, and they already hovered over it.
Right. Yeah, Oriana would make the most sense. I'm trying to think of any other like good fit mid laners.
You
And
could have like
Oriana.
a Nivea or a brand kind of thing, but I didn't see any of them playing that much. It's a more niche pick than the Oriana.
Yeah.
So
So
overall, purple's teams.
unless they're like completely trying to troll the casters, which they tend to do, I think we're gonna see the Oriana.
Yeah, looks like purple side are going to be able to push towers a lot, have a very strong form of engage, but have to be very aware of their map at the whole time because the pick potential, you can just be stunned for the entire game if they
Right.
choose to charm you and rune prison you and dark binding, suppress, and chomper you. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah. So really, a lot of CC on both sides. And with, I think, yeah, like you said, Oriana's really good because her ult synergizes really well with Jarvan and Sona ult as well. I honestly don't really remember much of Zac. I like haven't seen a Zac in a long time. But yeah, yeah. Actually, I guess any weaknesses you see in any of the teams.
I think that Evangelion Jr. with Eloise is a much higher ranked bot lane than Nauino and Randy Moss. That's silver one, I think, for Nauino, and Randy Moss is also, I think, silver.
Mm,
Alois is gold two, and Evangelion, I think, is higher, right?
yeah, I
So
believe so.
that bot lane's going to need a lot of support from Warwick, who I don't think is very strong before six. Neither is Zach, really, but
Mm,
he can exert more pressure with the longer ranged ganks.
yeah.
Uh,
All right. I'll
Jarvan top looks like it's going against Rise top, which is always an interesting matchup because Rise can bully melees a lot, but Jarvan's spear
mm,
is actually a rather long ranged ability for a melee attack.
yeah.
So he doesn't get totally out traded the way that a lot of others would, and his knockup combo is pretty strong.
Mm. He does probably have to worry about like maintaining his mana early, but
Yeah,
and not like
but
just
so does Rise.
yeah. So they both have in that sense they're both. I think it'll be an interesting
Yeah.
matchup. All right, so
Mid Ari's really fallen off this season, or at least she's not picked as much. Do you know why that is necessarily? I just don't see her as much.
I think I mean a while. I remember a while ago they like nerfed her charm and Q or something. I think that the Q does more damage if you hit the charm or something like that, but otherwise it doesn't do as nearly as much damage. I don't know. I'm not. I don't exactly remember. But you're right. I honestly haven't seen her much at all. So
Yeah, Nicholas actually seems like a support main. He's played most of his games on Thresh, Leona, and Nami, so
mm.
the Ari is probably a callback to an earlier day of playing mid.
Yeah, that's probably right. Um, so I'm just gonna display their little nexus if you
All
want
right.
to take a look at it. Try to find anything interesting. Um, the Rise rune page in general is kind of interesting. Um,
Oh, what's up with it?
he has magic resist per level, health per level, some flat armor, health, health regen, movement speed, and hybrid penetration. So
Huh. The hybrid generation's an interesting choice.
yeah,
I guess is he gonna go for the Miramata Manamune?
yeah, that's the
No?
only thing I would find it useful for, other than just like generic auto attack harass, which is a bit marginal.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know that it deserves. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I've just never really seen Rise run Manor. I mean, Hybrid Pen.
All right. Well, it's starting now. 1 second. Hopefully there won't be a pause. 2 seconds into the game.
Yeah, we can cross our fingers.
There's a very real chance I could totally disconnect at any point because I'm in Europe, but
Uh,
hopefully I'll survive through the night. No, the skin's coming out here. In the skin war, it looks like uh, the Mafia Jinx and Foxfire Array outnumber the Arctic Warfare Caitlyn.
oh yeah, so clearly blue team is gonna win.
Oh, clearly, it's all that really matters.
I hear that skins give you extra AD and AP and experience and
Mm.
kills. I don't know. Someone told me that.
So they do suggest a familiarity with the champion.
Yeah, they do.
So
On a more
Nicholas here
serious note.
probably is one of his fallback champions
Mhm.
when he's forced to go mid.
I just noticed that the Zac is also running hybrid penetration, or maybe yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, Zach, it helps him with his jungle clear around hybrid penetration.
yeah.
Because even though his volatile blobs come up all the time, they still have to auto attack a lot.
Mm. Jarvan, on the other hand, he has health runes, but he doesn't have any magic resist runes, which might hurt
That's
him.
interesting. Yeah. Especially straight up into a rise.
Yeah, exactly. Um, and
Um, and the other team has four, like, at least somewhat AP threats. You know, Morgana does AP damage. Lots of them now rush the Zanya's Hourglass to get the splash ultimate off.
yeah,
It worked with his Qs. Really annoying AP damage that you never expect.
mm.
The Sona playing from Europe obviously is taking much longer than everyone else to load.
That's a nice skin, I gotta say. I've never. I mean, I've only seen it a few times, but it's a pretty decent skin.
Yeah, it's the Lunar Revel version of Sona,
Oh, I see.
so I don't think it's available most of the time.
Let me just check on the stream. Should have done this earlier.
Also, interestingly, in terms of summoner icons, Purple Side has two generic icons compared to the fully customed icons of Blue Side. So it looks like there might be some ELO discrepancy given the borders of the
Right.
teams.
I mean, particularly the most worrisome one is bot lane, right? Like you said, golden
Yeah,
plat versus I think two silvers at this point. And that too, not only is it a golden plat, but it's the platinum player playing Caitlyn. Um,
yeah, against the Jinx,
yeah, against Jinx. So
which is already a winning lane.
and Sona's gonna be poking there. So I guess it's kind of up to, well, actually. I don't know. Maybe the jungler will have to focus bot Warwick, but I don't know what he can do early
Yeah,
levels.
because it's really easy to back away from a Warwick versus a Caitlyn because he could just kind of walk at you before 6, you know.
Right.
Unless he can get you to low health, then he can have the increased move speed.
Mhm.
All right. Yes.
Finally in game.
Arya already dancing. That's their first action. All right. Looks like Zach's gonna start at his blue buff, or they're going for an early congregation bot. Yatterbin is going towards the top, so it does not look like it's gonna be an early invade, and they're just
Welcome
gonna
to Summoner's
both
Rift.
sides play it safe, fan it out.
Looks like the old. Actually, yeah, I don't know. This mostly looks like solo queue
Yeah, he does.
stances right now, but
Rye's getting the forward ward down. He was very confident there. Oriana's playing it super safe by having her ball check to push
I know how
adjacent to
to
her.
make the ticking stop.
Randy Moss
30
tossing out the
seconds
dark
until
binding to
minions
check the
spawn.
push. Using that mana. With the 30 left should all come back by the time everybody's ready. Purple side are picking that they think. I'm not sure what they're picking for.
yeah, it looks like they're pinging. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have the ball gives them vision, so they know that there's no
Minions have
vision in this
spawned.
rush. Maybe they're just. I don't know,
They're
maybe
just
they
being
expect an
cautious.
invade.
Alright. 15 seconds for both junglers start their blues. This is actually my first time actively looking at the replay UI, not on a stream, and it looks so much crisper in the
Oh,
client than it does on streams. It's actually really nice.
yeah. Alright, so.
Default getting the strong lead from the spot lane. And already, Oriana's getting her harassed down onto Ari.
Meanwhile, Warwick is still struggling. Oh, he finally got his move up.
Yeah, he got almost no help there.
Yeah. Luckily, he has a decent sustain. So yeah, blue buff starts for both junglers. And,
Yeah. Both moving towards their red buffs, taking one camp along the way. Jarvan is actually pushed in Rise a little bit at the top. I think that's actually going to work against him a little bit, as he's going to be denied some, but it's always difficult.
yeah, they're both even on CS at the moment. Yeah. I don't know if the Rise putting down a little bit of auto attack harass. So both looks like both junglers have, or at least Zach has taken his red buff and so soon after, and maybe we're gonna start seeing the inklings of the first game. Ooh, Ari lands a charm.
Yeah, that's very significant, actually. Every time she does that, it changes the matchup completely. Because in the ideal matchup, you never have that land a single time.
Yeah.
The bot lane able to bully out as you thought they'd be able to. In the much more aggressive stance of the two sides. Sonar with their stealth beast edge is very abusive. Constantly proccing it for the extra damage. Oh, and another Q from Ari lands. Oriana's actually forced to about half health. And both are on fairly even mana. Another dark binding. Again, another Q lands from the Oriana. She's landing these every time she wants to.
Yeah, both mid laners are starting to get low. It looks like Zach is creeping up here.
Ready to start his draft. He's jumping in. He lands his slow. Slow, but it's not enough. It just forces her out of land. There's a little skirmish in the bot lane.
So, oh, it looks
Flash
like
down for Ari.
Yeah, Ari's actually gonna stay and try to get as much of this CS as she can. She is actually down. Well,
She's
now
out of mana. She's out of mana with no flash. Not level 60 yet. This looks like a perfect opportunity for a re-gank from Leopold. That's why I think Warwick is waiting right in the wings. Or probably Nicholas will be now back. Yeah.
They're actually both at exactly 33.
Both backing, so nothing gained from the early Zach gank. And Beta Ray Bell's just free to farm under his tower, so he's gotten the slight CS lead despite being pushed in the whole time because Jarvan can be forced off by the tower more easily than Rise at this point. Jarvan can't really do anything to push him off, but now he's forced to back. Unfortunately for top lane meta, teleport's just going to bring him right back there instantly, but that might be significant for an early dragon fight if purple side choose to pursue that option.
Yeah, they would have to. Oh, and the Rise prevents Penguin's back.
Works also backing after his first rotation without hitting any gank anywhere, so. And he rushes straight for Quill Coat. Both junglers have gone for Quill Coat.
Yep.
So they gain that additional stealth ward, and for those who haven't seen this item nearly as much, because it's new, it does plus 40 health regen per 5, and plus 30 mana regen per 5 upon taking damage from monsters. So it's a great sustained jungler tank option that the Riot put in to try and bring back the likes of Maokai and Zac.
Sure. Meanwhile, I'd just like to point out the top lane items. So Rise got a standard tier plus the Sapphire Crystal and the Crystal. Whereas Jarvan actually went back and bought 3 longswords. I'm assuming maybe like a Brutalizer and then Tiamat or something.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
He has gone down in CS, but it looks like he'll be able to recover a lot of it right here, assuming he gets the whole wave. Ari roamed down a little bit for a gank, but was spotted out by a nice Fervor Ward, and has to go back to mid. Oriana's not going to go and receive her blue buff from the Zac, while Ward prepares to do the same for Ari. Now Jarvan's on the receiving end on the top side, and is actually missing CS under tower, very significantly.
Not only is he missing CS under tower, but he's also just getting harassed for free. So Rise definitely has the upper hand at the
Zac's preparing for a gank down bot now. He's trying to creep into the bush when the vision fades for blue side, and they look to get off. The problem here is I don't see purple side really having any CC to let Zac in, and that other bush is boarded. So yeah, Zac just backs back out.
Yeah.
Nothing really gained. I think a gank to the top lane would be incredibly strong right now, given that Penguin has hit his ultimate and could cataclysm in the Rise, forcing a flash. And they both do synergize well with their diving abilities. Warwick's trying to gank mid. He comes in behind Oriana, flashes the ultimates, followed up by a charm. Not perfectly lined up, but it isn't going to matter. Oriana shields herself. Ignite is on her edge. She dies. Goes down. Zac's ulted, but not enough disruption to stop the kill. First blood goes over to blue team.
Yeah, that was a. I mean, I think that red team should have picked up on the fact that by now Warwick is 6 and is gonna try to be looking to gank. Yeah. Another charm landing for Ari. That's a lot of damage on Zac.
But bot lane is getting massively harassed. They're already down 29 CS, already a significant lead, and it doesn't look like it's gonna stop anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's amounting to a lot of gold. Warwick's trying to come down bot, but they have it all warded out every time, and he's just gonna keep on farming.
Oh wow, another charm hitting mid lane. Already, Oriana just got back to lane and just lost like a quarter of her health, so.
And Nicholas is proving to be this, the threat we didn't think he'd be coming into Champ Select.
Yeah.
It's really proving to do really well at Azari.
I mean, he did
Now,
so much
Zac
damage.
is Zack is finally ganking top. Jarvan does have his ultimate available. He gets to engage on the Beta Ray Bill. Will he use his ultimate? Yes, he uses his ultimate. Flash used as well. Leopold follows with the flash slow, but is not able. Oh, he's able to jump. Lands on him. Will the Q land? Last Q. Oh no, he gets. Oh, okay, good.
Wow.
They get him, and both get away with their lives. Works now uses this opportunity to come towards mid. Nothing really gained from the blue side. Good successful gank by Leopold, even if they both had to blow their flashes and ultimates. They got the kill.
And hopefully it'll help even up the gold discrepancy a little bit. Jarvan's only behind 300 gold. So Ari is staying in lane. She's actually sitting on almost 2k gold for when she goes back, so I'm interested to see what she decides to do. If she can afford the needless. Whereas
that CS lead we were talking about earlier for the bot lane has amounted to the difference of a whole pickaxe between the 80 carries. So
oh dang. Yeah.
This is just gonna snowball more and more and get saver unless they can get some intervention. I'm not sure if the work even wants to come down at this point and just focus on getting the Ari going so that you can assassinate the Caitlyn in one go.
Right. Or maybe it would be, or maybe they should try like a 4-man pick instead of just Warwick coming down. Because I don't think that unless like red team severely lacks in vision, I don't think that they're going to.
Oh, Zack has found Work in the jungle. They're fighting. Lands the slow and the jump onto him.
Yeah, it looks
both
like
sides appear to think they're going to win this fight, but Alois has come in support of Zack. Oh, the dark fighting lands though, and Work's gone and uses ult off Persona. Super Mega Death Stalker comes in. And Blue trying to clear up the stack blobs. They get the stack blobs, and Jinx gets excited. They're gonna back off and move towards Dragon. Work starts off the Dragon. The Jarvan though, still pushing strongly in the top lane.
Yeah, taking advantage.
Right. So it looks like it's gonna be a Dragon for a tower here in the afterwards trade. So they did get the kill on the Zack.
I don't actually think he didn't even get half the tower actually. So that was actually a really good trade for really good.
And Rise back up towards the top, so he probably will be there before Starbucks on. A nice dark binding lands in bot lane, followed up by the Chompers.
Yep.
But the item discrepancy means that you can't engage. Penguin does get the tower top lane. But now has to run. Rune Prison landing on him. Beta Ray Bill is in pursuit, but yeah. EQ combo, not really chaseable.
So, yeah, just looking at the items, that kill actually really helped bring back the Jinx in gold. She's only about 400 gold behind now, whereas the Ahri is still like 600 gold ahead of the Orianna, and is up a needlessly large drive versus the Fish Codex. Looks like Orianna's actually rushing the beans, whereas Ahri might be going to take that up.
Man, everything has suddenly seemed to shift into Blue Team's favor with that early Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, the gold, they're actually ahead now. 6 or 0.6, 0.5k.
Now, which team do you think wins in the late game? Because Jinx does have her hyper carrying tendencies, and Warwick is one of the stronger later game junglers. How do you think it plays out?
I think that, well, so yeah, that's true. Rise also scales massively in the late game. I think
Ahri died in the tower.
Oh, really good ult to finish that
off.
That was really
that
clutch.
Was very bold.
And yeah, I'm Nicholas 1024 doing a good
job. Ult top lane, followed by another Zack gang, and another kill top lane. So that was answered 1 for 1.
Yeah.
So Orianna rotated late and didn't really accomplish anything for wave clear.
So I was just gonna say that Ari did a good job of like making sure. Oh, looks like Warwick's gonna try to stop the recall, and he actually ends up getting the kill. That's really amazing.
Yeah, people aren't used to playing against Warwick's you know, blood set passive where you can see you if you're backing on low health near him.
Yeah. Yeah, so back to the bot lane gank. So the Ahri did a really good job of not trying to go for too much and just letting Jinx get the kill with the rocket. She set it up perfectly on the Caitlyn, bringing them both back to low. And now I think Jinx is actually ahead, just slightly in gold, so that makes up for this huge CS. Meanwhile, the Jarvan has started to pull ahead a little bit. Really, the only matchup that's you're starting to see a larger and larger difference is in the mid lane, because the Orianna just got so dead because Ahri is not CSing. But here's the gank in the mid lane.
This is not going to matter anything. It's just going to escape to the Ahri.
Didn't really even put any pressure on her. She has.
Zach also spotted up on both junglers clearing their forts in unison.
Yeah, that's weird. And they're both
Nice
just sitting there too. Let's see who goes first.
They're both looking to gank, and it looks like
Yeah.
a ward placed to stop that. And yeah, Zach just has to back off. Warwick's stronger right now. Oh, Dark Binding lands onto Caitlyn, and Warwick's coming down. Will they make it out in time?
It didn't
Warwick can land his ultimate. Yeah, he gets his ultimate. Oh!
with it.
Let's flash crescendo. Zach's coming, and Jarvan has teleported. He gets the Cataclysm off. Jinx ult goes on to Morgana, and Morgana does go down. Now they turn their attentions to Rise. Warwick. Jarvan flag tosses out. Beta Ray Bill, will he go down? He goes down. To Leopold, the last moment, to his red buff. And they're able to push down this tower.
But Ahri is coming down, and if there's one person who can turn this team fight around,
Oh no, but
is...
Ahri got intercepted by Orianna, and you already
Yeah.
used one of her charges from her ult.
Oh, here's a flash.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Never mind!
She ended up
She doesn't
actually
need
getting...
more than one charge of her ult. Oh, she completely just erases Caitlyn there, walking too close to a point of no vision. They even knew the Ahri was there, so that was a slightly peculiar move
Yeah.
coming out of Evangelion. I guess maybe he doesn't expect the Ahri to be this strong this early. Jetfire Grasp already completed with Sorcerers. Just gonna melt through anything.
Yeah, so Red...
Caitlyn also has no lifesteal. Sorry?
So, Purple team came out ahead. I think that was a 2v1. But if they all start backing now, that might be a free dragon, which is coming up in 3 seconds for the blue team. So, yeah, it looks like they're all congregating around the dragon area.
Randy Moss has the All-Stars ward right there. For an All-Star player. And yes, they do get the free dragon. Purple more concerned with taking their blue buff and giving it over to Orianna, just backing up peacefully. Jarvan coming towards mid to clear a little. I'm probably gonna back off when he sees the threat of the Ahri and the Rise together. Jinx is now backing as well. Oh, or not. They're all coming towards mid. See if they can get a concerted push up. I think.
I'm not entirely sure
Ahri's
what Jarvan is still doing here. Maybe they're planning a team fight? I don't know. Because top is just like... Top
Flat.
is just sitting there, yeah. And I guess we do see the Rise going up. So maybe if Rise actually shows top, they'll want to do soon or something. But although their mid is going...
Well, Jinx's flash is down, so is Morgana's, so if they do get a good Cataclysm off, both those champions have no way of escaping.
Right. That's why Jarvan is such a good pick against like immobile AD carries and immobile carries in general.
Yeah, Rise also has no mobility, his flash is down too. Ahri really the only one who could escape, and I guess work with an offensive ultimate. They are going to try to push this tower. Caitlyn is solo pushing down bot lane. getting all that farm. I think their game plan here is just to try and win in bot lane, but Jinx has already managed to get herself 2 kills and an assist, despite the poor laning phase.
Yeah,
Just from
she's
that.
actually ahead. She has the Berserker's Grace.
Oh, Charm threads the needle, lands onto Orianna. Gets some nice poke down. So now Evangelion showed up mid. Jinx is bot. They're trying to push this tower, but Ari can just wave clear with 1 kill. They're just gonna stand here. There's nothing they can do. Jarvan and Rise back to fighting. 1v1 in the top lane. Both at very comparable CS. Exactly equal CS now. The Jarvan, of course, with the 2-1-2 to the 0-3-1, so he's gonna have a little more hold.
He's actually 6.
Zach securing his own red buff, not giving it over to Caitlyn, because, you know, 80 carry, 80 Shmeri.
Exactly. Okay. Just looking at the gold differences again. Pretty much every. Oh, here's a charm.
Oh, all in on and straight dead.
Yeah, that's one squishy support, and that's one really strong. So now
She's just gonna keep on feeding on the soda as long as she gives it to her. She's
yeah,
got to play so defensively. Clearing wards now will be a nightmare for Soda, or even placing them aggressively. Zach's up top, Jarvan, but there's no one there to gank. Orianna's getting the free farm right now to try and catch up a little bit. But things do look down for the UPSL. Even though they are only down 1,000 gold, it feels like it's more.
yeah, it does. It's just with the Ari, and this Ari that's already so bad just makes you feel like you're down a lot more gold than you actually are. Just because so easy.
Yeah, Zach is the only one on all of Purple's team with any magic resistance right now. Other than also, Soda picked up a Nega Junklick after that last one.
Yeah.
I guess you got to, Soda. You're so squishy.
Right.
I don't play Soda much, so I've got no idea what protocol is there.
Yeah, I mean, I think ideally Sonas would want to focus on building more utility to kill this such. Maybe. Oh, actually, you know, she's probably trying to build towards a locket at this point, because that would be really useful against Ari.
I think it is really clever though that UPSL are giving all their free farm over to the Orianna. I think she can outdeal the Jinx here. That will be a fun test, but both of them are just going to get a lot of farm. And Orianna is a team fight monster. And the Caitlyn lets them push lanes without them really needing to team fight that Orianna can't offer.
Yeah. So, Blue team really did just have to give up mid lane tower just because they have to worry about their side lanes pushing in.
Oh, the Warwick is coming down to Orianna. Oh, Orianna though. Oh no, the ultimate so strong every time. And the failed flash!
Oh,
dodge
my
something
gosh.
and uses the ultimate to escape. But no. Able to chase down.
Meanwhile, in mid lane, the Caitlyn just barely gets out of Ari's full combo. I mean, barely survives rather Ari's full combo.
Ari's looking for more.
Yeah, she's hungry for some blood.
Looks like Jinx is gonna ignore the pink ward and just try and kill the minions. Push this tower.
Yeah.
Use that auto attack speed, and they're gonna push mid lane at the same time. Soda's playing so far back because she knows how instantly she can get busted.
Looks like they're actually
Zach
trying to kill Zach. There is a teleport going bot lane, and the
Jarvan
team
snipes
knows
it.
it.
Does he have his ult up?
Yes, he does. I think.
But no, it's 4 from who showed up. Nothing really to do here. Trying to go for the Jinx. Misses EQ, but still lands his ultimate. Still not worth it, 2 for 1. Oh no, he gets out with Sona's intervention. Warwick's ultimate feels like it is always up. Orianna's come in. And that is a 2 for 1 in favor of blue side. Now finally playing the pink ward and rotating towards Dragon. Caitlyn is still pushing in mid, so she will get a tower in response.
Yeah.
Unless Ari comes and kills it.
probably not as bad of a trade as it could have been for red, because they are going to be getting that trade. Oh, okay, so the Rise actually turns off the Zona. Well, really good ultimate, and Orianna does end up picking up the kill.
Oh, but the Super Mega Death Rocket does find its way by Orianna. All the way over to the Sona.
Yeah. Wow, this game is actually really crazy.
Yeah, both sides still really close. 3,000 gold lead now. It is stretching more and more, but the objectives feel close. 4-1 in towers versus 2 dragons.
So in that fight in the bot, it could have gone a lot differently if Sona actually had her ultimate up, but she was forced to use it earlier in this fight. So it could have gone a lot better for red team, but they took advantage of the cooldowns. Or blue team took advantage of the cooldowns and managed to get a good amount of kills. So now they're up about 2,000 gold. It's not an insurmountable lead, but it is starting to become a little bit significant. It's unfortunate if red team was looking to carry through their Caitlyn, because now Caitlyn is down an entire 1,000 gold. If you look at their items, Jinx has an Infinity Edge, and is she trying to get a Bloodthirster? I don't know that I agree with that.
Not getting the attack speed or the crit so far compared to the Zeal on Caitlyn. So I think Caitlyn's actually building better.
Yeah.
Both with attack speed and crit chance already.
Ari just used her.
Thought she saw something with Caitlyn, got nothing. But it's a small cooldown. They're probably just gonna have to wait it out for the next fight. There's no real objectives that people can take off of that. And Jarvan's just gonna go back to his top lane defender tower. Zach's coming with him. See if they can get a gank onto this Rise. And they go in on him. Rise has no ult, so he's trapped in the Cataclysm. And he's just a dead Rise.
They've done a really good job of abusing the Rise. And here comes the first pause. Finally. I was waiting for it to happen.
Tradition.
Yep.
No other way. It's interesting how they don't let the spectators move around the map when doing a pause.
Yeah.
I would have thought they would. So, Aria's gone for her death cap and DFG. So, is this her highest power spike? All she's really got left is like a Zanya's, right?
Yeah. I guess this is probably her major power spike. Yeah, she'll probably be building Zanya's and Void Staff afterwards. Let's see, who even has magic resist on the other side? I guess Zach finished his Spirit Visage.
Also, there is an Aegis of the Legion, so...
Oh, that's right, that's true. So Ari will want some more magic pen to get through all of that and have an easier time bursting through all the carries. Looks like Caitlyn finished her Phantom Dancer, so this is pretty large for her because she has IED, all that crit.
Yeah.
Maybe red team will want to take advantage of this fact.
And she does have red buff on there too.
That's right. So I think if I were red team, I'd look to just group as 5 maybe.
Which time? Or...
Sorry?
And what would you have them go bot, top, mid?
Oh, they have their top lane pushing, and I assume Orianna's gonna try to get bot lane pushing, and then so they should try to force the team to send someone over to the side. But I don't know.
Jarvan is seemingly rotating mid, and Zach has something. He looks like Zach could flank.
Yeah,
Zach is preparing his flank. He's gonna run into Ari. Oh, black shielded out. He gets nothing. Gonna flop.
Zach is pretty big actually. He has a Spirit Visage. He has Ancient Claw, which is actually giving him an additional 355 health because of the new passive. So That is
no one on purple side is worrying at all about armor. Jinx is the only AD threat, and they're hoping to CC her. I suppose that's why she has so many kills right now.
yeah.
Zach looks like he's going for a Warmogs next even.
Yeah, that's either he might be. Oh, okay. They find out.
Oh, fight here. They find Wark. And Dark Binding misses everything. Wark forced a flash. That's huge for the next upgrade. And he can no longer do his flash ultimate engage onto Caitlyn, which has been the bane of Caitlyn's existence.
But if red team wants to do something, they really should do it now because if you look top lane, Ryze is pushing. I guess Jarvan will go back, try to stop.
Oh,
Ryze.
lands Charm onto Zach, but Zach is a monster and takes no damage. Ryze has finished all of his stacking items, so he will just get stronger as the game goes. And Jinx, yeah, so Jinx did go for her BT and is now getting the first dagger and a crit glove, so she looks to be working towards a Zeal, but maybe also her own PD or static shift, so she can have some weight for it. The AoE crits offered by the missiles, augmentation of her auto attacks, are incredibly valuable.
So, do you think Bloodthirster is still good on Jinx? I mean, it's used to be the staple, right? But I've seen people start to build like Blade of the Ruined King on Jinx, which you wouldn't have expected before. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think that. Oh, Orianna catches Jinx, so we'll see. The Borg would have helped her skip faster, but she gets away anyway. And the ultimate comes out from Oric. Straight onto Orianna. I don't know what Orianna's doing there, but oh, she flashes, heals, tries to attack into No, but misses her Q. Our group is 5, and Dragon's coming up in 10 seconds, so it's an easy Dragon for them.
Yeah, there's no way red team can contest this dragon.
Both Caitlyn and Orianna down. They're not going to have much of any options.
So
Yeah, I
this
think
extends the gold to like 6k.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Nothing. Banshee's Veil is finished off onto Jarvan, so he does have a considerable amount of methods as well on his Merc Treads. Merc Treads on both of the top and jungler.
Yeah.
Ryze has also got his Seraph's Embrace, so he's fully ready for late game there.
I'll be interested to see what else. Actually, Warwick's build is very interesting too. He has a Wit's End. So.
Well, that's the staple Warwick, right? Because you apply your auto attack procs 100 million times.
Right. Yeah. So that's again another source of magic damage that red team.
And Sunfire Cape, so yeah.
Yeah, Sunfire Kid. And
yeah.
Ari finished her Void Staff, so
She's gonna blow everyone up.
yeah, yet another power spike. This time she can really put the hurt onto Zac or Jarvan.
Let's look at the engagement. Jarvan goes in onto Ari, but they both walk away safely at the end.
Yeah, the binding just barely missing. Let's talk about Ward coming actually. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
The Zac
never mind.
goes in.
Zach goes in. Oh, but Ryze flashes forward to get onto Caitlyn. He then gets away, and the Super Mega Death Rocket uselessly lands on
Caitlyn
his
just
back.
barely surviving thanks to the Ori. And Ari goes down. This can really turn the tide of the team fight. Caitlyn's sitting back at low health, but Orianna does finally stay down.
Jinx is left entirely untouched. No one has any armor.
Yeah.
I think they got Ari, but they paid for that with everyone else.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's where I think a Bloodthirster is useful in these team fights. If you do get chunked as an AD carry,
Right.
just think of the AD carry as having lifesteal, but if all you have is a Doran's Blade, it's really hard to go forward in the fight and actually get some kills.
Yeah, that's
Roshan
right.
puts Baron here. Jinx great at killing stationary objects. Baron's one of them. Yeah, you guys looking good. And after this, she's going to go back and get her own Phantom Dancer.
Whereas the Caitlyn still has no lifesteal. Barely any lifesteal from the Doran's build.
Yeah, this bot lane has actually performed really below expectations. We expected them to come out and carry the whole game, going 0-3-3, 0-2-4. Something clearly has gone wrong in there, either communication or play.
I think part of that is Warwick. He did a really good job of coming down when things started to get a little bit rough for Shinx, for Randy Moss, and helped turn things around. A couple of good Jinx ults, and later, and suddenly the Jinx is ahead about 3,000 gold. Wow.
Yeah, those have been really on point, picking up kills at the last second that would have otherwise gone away. Oh, Ari all-inning onto Orianna. Gets the kill with only 2 charges, has an extra 1 to run away. Man, it's just... The map has got to be so scary right now. Every ward you go into, you could have an Ari.
Yeah, and red side or purple side really doesn't have that many. Their ward coverage is limited to their own jungle, so going past their line of defense is not really is kind of out of the question at this point, just because Ari is so big.
And blue side are paying attention towards having 2 wards in the inventories of their topper players. Oh, Zac engages though. Nice Sona ultimate. And Jarvan does go in. Also onto Ari, who does not have her ult up after using his death in Orianna. Jinx is not there at all, but manages to help out with the ultimate anyway, and the power difference is too much here. Beta Ray Bill has 0 damage onto him, just actually becoming a tower of power. And they walk into the base. These 3 pretty unscathed. Everything for Ari again. Seems to not be working out. They tried the 4v4 with Jinx splitting the other lane, but it wasn't enough.
That'll be 2 inhibitors as well, and is the Orianna gonna die? Oh, not quite.
She gets away, but uses her ultimate, so
yeah.
that T5 combo. I don't think we ever actually saw that combo come off fully with either Zac going in and the ultimate or the Jarvan
going in with the Orianna. Yeah. In fact, I think a large part of the reason that teamfight went so badly after killing the Ahri is because Orianna wasn't really there, you know. If she had put in her ball over Jarvan when he EQ'd over, or over the Zac, maybe the teamfight would have gone a lot differently. Because that's, even though she's like only 1-5-1, she still has a Rabadons and, you know, an Atheans and another Blasting one. Like, it's not an insignificant. Her ult is still like pretty significant in how much damage it would have done. So,
Free Dragon is about to go over to blue side as purple side are having trouble just keeping their base safe. Even top lane, which had no significance, was gonna take a tower if left unattended. Ari is gonna go and take her blue buff with the help of Warwick here.
yeah, looks like
And Caitlyn grabs her red.
I think Ahri at this point is going to the last 3 needlessly large items. Yeah,
Caitlyn going to clear top. Actually, purple side have a lot of wards in their own jungle here, and they can see Ahri coming. Caitlyn is staying out there despite the fact that they've seen Ahri the whole way. I don't know what she's doing. She's about to get hit by this Warwick. Can she make it out time? Yeah, no. Warwick has his ultimate. She's very dead.
I don't know about Ahri needing to use her ult for that, but you know.
Style points.
Yes, I mean, that was a dead Caitlyn. Warwick is so big, and it also has 2 levels on it. Smite Steal from Zac. I don't know if it's gonna make that much of a difference. Yeah, look
Looks like going about clearing out the wards. They have 3 sweepers on their team, and the pink ward in the inventory. This game's just slowly unwinding down as blue side are just slowly strangling them. 16k gold up. I don't really see any way that Philzak can come back. Zack engages, but does 0 damage at this point. Mork is just able to completely stun out Soda. Soda gets a nice 4-man ultimate. And Oriana's coming in, but super minions are taking down Inhibitor, and they're not even winning the fight. Ari has her ult back up. She's managed to ult back out of Kyclos this time. Oh! The ultimate, though, out of Oriana does serious damage.
Orc ends up dying, but I don't know. I feel like the Zack engaged that fight again without the Oriana being there, and I think that if Ori could have used her ult a little bit earlier, or
That could have been a very different fight.
yeah, but it was they were like 16,000 behind, end up 20k.
Well played by both sides. Who do you give the your MVPs to?
Well, on the blue team, it's pretty obvious that it should be Ari. She got a solo kill in lane, I believe, and from then on exerted pressure across the map just by being fed. You know, the other team really couldn't afford to check any bushes or go anywhere without really good vision. So I vote for Nicholas 1024 on Ari.
And what's your vote for the other side?
Ooh, this one's tough.
I feel like the Jarvan did reasonably well top lane, actually coming out 600
Yeah.
gold in the game.
My inclination is the Jarvan or the Zack, because really the kills that they kind of got together, right? Like they both did a good job of keeping the Rise behind earlier in the game at least, and because Zack and Jarvan could just easily gank them, but I think that Zack could have exerted pressure in other lanes once they started getting behind, which he didn't do so much. So I'm inclined to give Penguin or Lenny the MVP for Purple Team.
Ari is dancing off the top of the victory sign.
Yeah. So.
Alright, thank you for casting with me.
Yeah, thanks,
That's
Jeffrey.
like a good cast.
Alright,
I gotta go now, so bye.
see ya. And thank you guys for watching the UPenn Summer League. This is a pretty exciting match, although towards the end it did get a little bit one-sided. So I don't have much else to say. So thanks for watching, guys.